The three things I love about my dad is he's hardworking. He helps me with stuff, a lot of stuff when I need it, and he plays with me a lot.
My dad is good because he works for us, and my dad is good for making things. My dad is good to. He makes three things I love about my dad are how he cuddles me when I feel sad, and how kind of like he praises me every night, and I just love my dad in general.
Three things I loved about my dad. I should first say that my dad was pretty old school and he wasn't very demonstrative. I knew he loved my mom. But one incident in particular, I guess, is the proof that I've always had that he loved me. I was about 12 years old, and I had some serious infection in my gums. I had excruciating pain, toothache, where my cheek would swell. And I remember one night in particular, I awoke. It was about 12. No, I'm going to say I was 10 because I cried. Anyway, I was in a lot of pain, and my dad came into the room, brought a chair, and sat by my bed, and he cupped my cheek in his hand until I went to sleep. I can still feel the heat from the palm of his hand, so I knew he loved me. I guess the second thing would be that I always knew he was a praying man. I mean, from my earliest memory, Dad prayed aloud. We did a family devotion thing on most Sundays. But when I got to be 13, 14 years old, and I was able to go out, allowed to go out and do my own thing and come home within a certain period of time, but later than you normally would. One of the things I often heard when I came into the house after Mom and Dad had gone to sleep, my older siblings had moved away, I could hear my dad in his room praying aloud, and I knew he was praying for me, my younger brother. I guess that stuck with me. It's kind of hard to mess up when you're a teenager when you know when you're out and about. Your dad's probably at home in his bedroom and praying for you. The third thing was his work ethic. He was a building contractor, built houses, very conscientious about the quality of his workmanship, fair pricing. And as I got older and left home and went to work myself, a lot of times when I introduced myself as a Penny, he related to Alfred Penny in Springdale, and I was always very proud to say yes. Yeah, he built my dad's house or something along that nature. So he taught me good work ethic, fairness in dealing with employees and suppliers alike. He had a large contribution to the man I hope I am today.
Well, how do you follow that up? It's actually easy to follow up because, well, fortunately, my pop left a good legacy, and my dad is leaving a good legacy for me. I'd like to think that I'm as awesome as I am because my dad is who he is. The things that I feel have helped me become a good man are things that I saw in my dad. Clearly, I haven't nailed down that humility part that my dad has, but I'm really working on that. Probably one of the things that has spoken to me the most about my dad and who I want to become is, as long as I can remember as a young feller, Dad was always willing to work for others and to serve people and to help people. If someone was asking for a hand, Dad was always willing to say yes. And whether it was convenient or inconvenient, Dad was willing to help, and Dad was willing to contribute, and Dad was willing to do what it took to make life better and easier for those around him. and I try to emulate that, and I hope that's something I'm becoming better at as I get older. Because he's been so willing to work and serve, I'm trying to pass that on to my son. And my dad, even now that I'm in my mid-40s, he still always has time for me. Anytime I'm going through struggles with my truck, in my personal life, with stuff going on at home, I know I can call my dad, and he's there for me, and that means the world to me. Dad has done a fantastic job of serving others. He's done a fantastic job of serving me, his boy, and that means the world to me. And just the fact that I can see how much my dad loves my mom, that means the world to me. I hope as I continue to grow up, I can model to my son how well my dad loves my mom, and I hope that my son would one day be able to say how well my dad loves my mom. Yeah. Remember what we rehearsed, right?
My dad is really he's known around the neighborhood because of because he's loud first. Like when I'm hanging out with my friends and the topic about our parents or something comes up, my friends always mention how great my dad is because, I mean, he's nice and he's respectful can be.
He's involved in your
Yeah,
life.
it's really easy to talk to. Like if I'm dealing with something, I can just like bring up the subject, and he'll sit down with me and talk and help me through it. He helps me through my Christianity path, or way he's telling, like he tells him, like talks to me and says he just helps with the way, like how I'm gonna end up being when I'm an adult, and how I'll be later on, and how when I have kids, how I'll try and be. So yeah.
Thanks, Dad.